Hello everybody, this is Benjamin Bloom and welcome to another match experience. It is 19th of December. What time is it? Coming up for 4:30. And tonight I am going to be going to Arsenal versus West Ham in the Carabao Cup. So this is quite a big departure from my normal championship level football. Although depending on the teams that the two managers put out, we might see some championship level players. So I have never been to the Emirates Stadium. I went to Highbury 3 times. I actually saw Ipswich win at Highbury in the Carling Cup. God, that would have been 2000, late 2000 in the winter. James Scowcroft scored right at the end, remember him. So my first time at the Emirates, I showed up about 40 minutes ago actually and did a couple of circles of the ground, and you cannot get your car anywhere near the ground. I do have my Oyster card and I normally would catch the tube, but I wanted to do some vlogs and obviously we get the best lighting and the sound doing them in the car, so I brought the car along. I have just found a spot that says apparently 9:30 till 4:30 and then I can park here, so I'm literally just outside the Highbury controlled zone. Highbury? Emirates controlled zone, I'm going back too long. And in 5 minutes time I can actually leave my car and go for a walk and go and find some food. So I don't really know that much about Arsenal or that much about West Ham. Obviously they're very, very famous clubs, so you kind of pick up if big things happen to them in the news and whatnot. But I know that Arsenal are playing Liverpool in the Premier League on Friday, which is obviously only 3 days' time. So that will probably colour their team selection. West Ham, though, West Ham had been struggling very badly and replaced their manager Slaven Bilic with David Moyes. And they've had a really good last 3 games. So there is some kind of chance that West Ham, I don't think they then play until Saturday. There is some kind of chance that they might actually try and keep their momentum going and play first team. Because obviously you don't expect them to have the kind of depth of quality of squad like a super club like Arsenal would have. But I think their last 3 games, they certainly beat Chelsea, drew with West Ham and won easily away at Stoke. So West Ham are in a good spot. Actually, that colours it as well. If West Ham actually played Arsenal 2 games ago. So we shall see. I'm really looking forward to going to the Emirates. The only worry I have is if you go back through my channel, I went to see England play, oh God, here we go, Slovenia or Slovakia? Whichever one Hamzik plays for. Slovakia? Slovenia? I can't remember. That's terrible, isn't it? And I found it incredibly touristy and horrible. So, and yes, guilty. I am the touristy vlogger going to watch Arsenal, so I'm as guilty as anyone. But yeah, just a lot of people taking selfies and Snapchatting the whole game and not really paying much attention and kind of just wanting to buy some souvenirs and going for a fun trip. So I'm looking forward to the game as always. I love my football. Hopefully I'll see some really top rank Premier League players. What I'm really interested in is if I can actually keep up with the analysis of the game, because I normally get lovely comments from viewers saying, oh yeah, you got that game right, that's a good representation of what happens. But that's Championship game. It's slower, it's a bit more kind of carnage. Am I going to be able to keep up with these Premier League players? One player I'm particularly interested to see is Ainsley Maitland-Niles if he gets on. He was on loan at Ipswich, not last season, season before. He struggled a bit with the Championship, but Wenger seems to quite like him. He played right wing for Ipswich, and I was just listening to the Arsblog podcast. They're just trying to do a bit of research. Apparently he played left wing back for Arsenal, so I can't really see that. But looking forward to hopefully seeing some household names. I'm going to go and try and grab some food. I can now legally leave my car in about 3 minutes time without the risk of it getting a massive ticket and being towed away. So I'm going to go and try and find some food, get wrapped up and hopefully enjoy the game with the potential of extra time. So onward. Half time, pretty boring to be honest. No shots on goal until the 35th minute, and Welbeck bundles one in. Give me my championship football any day of the week. Let's hope it perks up in the second half. Okay, most of the way back to the car now, out of all the throng at the Emirates. Ended 1-0 to Arsenal. Looking forward to putting my heated seat on, doing my match report, and then we can finish off this match experience. Bit of trouble at the end there with the West Ham fans and the Arsenal fans, so looking forward to locking myself in the enclosed tomb that is my car too. Right, a couple more minutes walk and then warmth. Okay, I am back from Arsenal v West Ham. Didn't really want to do one in the car because I had to put my interior light on and there was lots of police around, and I thought they might say, what are you doing? Why are you talking to a camera where you should be driving? So just back from Arsenal 1, West Ham 0. Bit of a kind of non-event of a game in the end. West Ham came and they just really sat 3-5-2, 2 wing backs, right back, 1 defensive midfielder in front, and that game plan, as soon as you concede a goal, you're screwed with that. And it was kind of like both of the managers. Arsenal rested a load of players as well. Kind of like both of the managers. Well, if we win, great. If we lose, who cares? Still good to see. Cresswell play from his Ipswich days. Even though he played right wing back, strange. And good to see the kind of elite players operating. You know, I'm used to chaotic championship football every week. In terms of the match experience, obviously there were a lot of touristy type people thinking it's Christmas, let's go out for a football match. Maybe a few normal Arsenal fans kind of like, think I'll give that one a miss, which is weird because, like, from an Ipswich fan's point of view, this is a cup quarter final. This would be our biggest game in years. In fact, we did play Arsenal in the latter stages of the Carabao Cup. So interesting to see how different clubs have different kind of perspectives on these things. It was nice to go to the Emirates. I can't believe I haven't been there, living in the south, and it's been up for years and years. But I mean, with these top Premier League teams, they have these membership schemes and tons of season ticket holders, and unless you want to pay an absolute fortune for a secondary seller, it's just hard to get a ticket to you can't just nowadays show up and see Arsenal or Chelsea or Spurs in London, or Man United or Man City up north. I don't know, maybe there's more chance because you're up north. I don't know, but certainly casual fans like me, neutral fans, don't get to go to those games. So nice to tick that one off. The stadium has got a soul. A lot of these new stadiums don't have much of a soul. They've done a really good job. They've got all the honours put up. You can see what history Arsenal have got. There's statues outside. There's a museum. I can't be the guy that goes to Luton and whines about the access being terrible, the stadium being outmoded, there being posts in the way, and then say that the Emirates is not a great stadium. It is. There's no bad views in it. There's loads of space behind the stands. The access in and out is good. There's plenty of bars. There's plenty of toilets. All of that boring stuff, it ticks off absolutely fine. So it's going to get a great soul purely because when you look at it, Arsenal, they're like a super club, aren't they? I went around the little museum bit, and there's more trophies just in that museum than in most clubs' entire trophy cabinets, regardless. They're a proper super club, and it's kind of just interesting as a fan of a tiny club compared to Arsenal to go and see that sort of a place. So I did enjoy it. It was a bit plastic. There were a lot of touristy people like myself. I know I'm guilty. on Instagram most of the game and on Snapchat and sending pictures. But it is what it is. I had that. If you follow back in my videos, you'll see my England review. So nice to go there. Nice to see some Premier League players. Nice to see a cup quarter final. Would have been more interesting to see a bit more on the game. I'm going to a couple of games at the weekend that will have more on them and a bit more intensity and a bit more about them and a bit more in the stadium. Disappointed for the West Ham fans. 9,000 West Ham fans. And at the end, old school, there's a bit of trouble. You can see where it was kind of sectioned off. And some West Ham fans kind of charged, and then the line of stewards got in and some stuff gets thrown. I mean, there's plenty of police there, but a bit of a throwback to days gone by there. So I enjoyed it. It was a bit of a football trip rather than a football match, if you know what I mean. A bit of a tourist visit, but there you go. I hope you enjoyed the match experience. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video. If I've got it right, if I've got it wrong, let me know, as I say, in the comments. Please feel free to disagree if I'm wrong about anything. That's the way these comments things work. You can follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom, but please subscribe to the channel if you like it. Just a bloke who likes football with an opinion. Anyway, see if I can get to another quarter-final tomorrow. See what's happening with Chelsea tickets. But yeah, might have to check the bank situation. If not, next time you'll see me, I'll be going into enemy territory to watch Norwich v Brentford. Might go down well amongst the Ipswich followers in my podcast. But yeah, we'll see you on Friday for that game.